If you have paper copies or hard copies of worksheets and assignments that you want to digitize so that students can open the documents, type answers, and submit, one way to do that is to use Google Slides. First, we are going to get our slide ready. You're going to go into Google Drive. So here I am at Drive. We're going to go to New and click on Google Slides. This will bring up a blank slide presentation, and I don't need these little preset text boxes, so I'm just going to click on those and delete, hit the delete button. So I click on it, select it, and hit delete. Because most of our worksheets are in portrait orientation, we're also going to change the orientation of our slide. So we're going to go to File and down to Page Setup and choose Custom, and we're going to just put in our regular 8.5 by 11 size paper and hit Apply, and you'll see that now our paper is set up the long way. And so then we're going to open up we're going to actually copy our document. So we can assume that we've already either scanned our document or taking a picture of it. So I'm going to go over here to my worksheet. I have two. I have a image file and I have a PDF file. I'm going to open those, and if I double click on them, they open up in preview. From preview, I want to go over here to Tools and make sure that my rectangular selection is checked. And then I'm just going to use my mouse and highlight my worksheet. And you do this whether it's an image, a JPEG file, or whether it's a PDF file. And once that's selected, I'm then going to go to Edit and Copy, or I can use the keystrokes, the Command C, but I'm going to just copy that like that. And I can close my preview now. I don't really need that. I'm going to go back to my Google slide and go to Edit, Paste, or use my Command V. And when I paste, there is my image file pasted in to my slide. And I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so that you can see the text a little bit more. So this is one solid image. Students cannot do anything with that. I mean, they could move it technically, but they really can't do anything. So what we are going to do now is we're going to create text boxes for the students to be able to type in. And this is a little cumbersome depending on the worksheet or the assignment that you have. But once it's done, you don't have to do it again. So I'm going to go up here to my toolbar and I'm going to click on text box. And then I'm going to create a text box here where their name is. And you can actually type name, which the students would have to delete, or you can just leave it blank. Sometimes we put, like a question mark in there so that it indicates to the students where they would be typing. And I'm going to just move that up so that it's on the line a little bit. And then same thing for date. I would just repeat, put a text box in here for my date if I wanted them. And you can move this around. Once in a while you'll have a worksheet that might have text already in there. It might say put answer here. So in that case, when you create your text box here, and I'm not sure why they're going below, but you can put the text box where the text wants to go. You can change the fill color so that if you made it red, it would cover up the text that's there. So see, if I drag that, it's going to cover up the word organism. So if I had something in these answer boxes, I could make that a color or even just make it white, and it's still going to cover up any text that's on my worksheet, but it's going to allow students to type in there. And maybe my text boxes, that's what it is. My text boxes aren't quite big enough. That's why they were going off the line. But you can see that it covers up my answer line. So then once you're done creating all your text boxes, you would just have your document in Drive. So I'm going to call this my test PDF slide. And so I've typed my title here. I can close that out, and if I go into Drive, you'll see here it is, my test PDF slide. So when I go into Google Classroom, and you can see that's where they can click. But if I go into Google Classroom, I should be able to select that file and share it with students to actually assign it, and now they can actually type in that worksheet.